Alright, so I'm doing a little quick review on the on my brake pads that I put in a few months ago. The Ferodo DS2500, I believe it's called. I only have them in the front because my OE the OE brake pads in the rear are still good, so it's just in the front only. And obviously you can see that I have the Brembo calipers. So had them in a few months. When I first put them on, it was like, what was it, like beginning of winter, or just into winter, and it was cold, and I was never able to bed them in. I'm not sure if you need to bed them in or not, or you should if the rotor is new. But the thing is that my rotor's not new, right? It's my rotor I had from using the Brembo, the original Brembo pads on here. So from that, I'm not sure if you need to rebed them in or not. But anyways, I tried to bed them in, but I couldn't because it was just too cold. I tried going up and down my usual mountain test track a bunch of times, and I just couldn't get the rotors hot enough. So anyways, today it was actually really warm. Today it was like about 80 degrees or close to 80 degrees today, and I went up and down the mountain a few times, and I was actually able to get them to get hot. Really hot actually. I got them hot enough where you know when the brakes get really hot and you get near them, you can sort of like feel it and kind of sense it, and also sort of start to smell it. Kind of smell the brakes is not quite burning. So it went actually past that point. It went to the point where it was like just about to like almost burning smell. So I got it pretty hot. I mean, I won't know. So that should, you know, if anything, that should bed it in. So I won't know how these are until, you know, afterwards. Anyways, but up until this point, you know, today that I did that, these brakes were they're the, you know, the Ferodos are not, you know, the 2500s are not that impressive to me. When I first put them in, the first 100 or 200 miles, they were very quiet, and you know, and they were fine. But after that, they start to squeak, and they only squeak when you're light on the brakes. If you're like heavy on the brakes, they don't squeak. But when you're light on the brakes, like in the parking lot and such, or when you like rolling to a stop, you roll to a stop and you slightly press on the brakes, things like that, it's, you know, the brakes will squeak. But when you're heavy, it won't. As far as how they feel, the initial bite, they have a little bit, it's just a little bit stronger than the Brembo pads on the initial bite. But after that initial bite, they feel about the same as the Brembos. I can't really tell a difference. They feel just about the same as the Brembos. Yeah, so anyways, so yeah, so I'm not happy with the squealing. It's kind of annoying. Usually when if you're going fast and braking hard and stuff, I wouldn't mind the squealing, because probably you know, I'm thinking about other things. You know, I'm focused. You know, I'm more focused, and so I probably won't even notice, or not very won't notice the squealing very much. But when you're like just, you know, putting along, easing to like a stop or whatever, when nothing is noisy, and you can hear it better. There's less wind noise, less of everything, and you hear the squeak. It's like, man, it's like it's just kind of annoying. So I don't like that part of it. This is about it as far as you know. I can't say a long term, because, you know, I only had this thing on for a couple months. You know, like I think I only have maybe like 1,500 miles on them, maybe at the most. For sure, I have over 2,000 miles on these brakes so far. So that's the initial first 1,000+ miles. I will talk about these pads again once I get to the point where they're basically need to be replaced, and we'll see how long they last, and how they are on the rotors too. You know, usually when you have a higher performance pads, they tend to be rougher on the rotors. You know, they make the rotors wear out faster. So so we'll see how you know how these pads treat the rotors. I think that's about it. So once once it goes through this bedding and heat cycle, and I'm gonna drive it around again and see how the braking power is, if it improved or not compared to how it was before this run today. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.